Common health mistakes to avoid. Today, I want to highlight the most frequent mistakes people make that prevent them from staying healthy. This information becomes increasingly vital as you age, particularly after 50, but if you're younger, pay attention. You won't likely hear this from a typical doctor, as they often lack expertise in nutrition. Their training focuses on diagnosing conditions and prescribing medications, but I'm more interested in addressing the root causes of health issues. Mistake number 1. Trusting unreliable sources. Ensure the health advice you follow comes from someone with proven experience and results in tackling the specific issue you're facing. Mistake number 2. Accepting questionable diagnoses. Be cautious about agreeing to a diagnosis that feels off or doesn't align with your instincts. Mistake number 3. Treatments with harmful side effects. Avoid solutions or treatments that cause more problems than they solve, such as medications with significant side effects. Mistake number 4. Chronic stress. Excessive stress can become overwhelming, keeping you awake at night, causing worry, and trapping you in a cycle of anxiety. Unfortunately, stress is nearly unavoidable today, as it's pervasive in our environment. Mistake number 5. Ignoring your environment. Your surroundings play a critical role in your well-being. I didn't fully appreciate this until I moved from the city to a farm. The tranquility of nature is incredibly therapeutic. Spending time outdoors regularly can significantly improve your health. Mistake number 6. Lack of exercise. Consistent exercise is essential. It helps clear out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline that accumulate from daily life. Opt for moderate, wave-like exercise rather than sustained high-intensity workouts for better health outcomes. Key nutrients for optimal health. What are the most critical nutrients you should prioritize daily? Vitamin D. The top nutrient is vitamin D. Your body has 20,000–25,000 genes, and vitamin D influences about 10% of them, creating powerful therapeutic effects. To achieve these benefits, you may need 10,000–50,000 IU or more of vitamin D3. Experts, including a doctor specializing in autoimmune diseases, have documented remarkable results using high doses of vitamin D3. For example, some use it to treat conditions like glaucoma or shrink fibroids. Getting more sunlight is also crucial, as most people don't spend enough time outdoors. Magnesium. The second most important nutrient is magnesium. It's rare for anyone to get enough magnesium, which is involved in thousands of bodily processes. Every type of heart disease is often linked to a magnesium deficiency, but its benefits extend far beyond heart health. Without sufficient magnesium, your body struggles to produce energy. Zinc. Zinc, a trace mineral, is equally vital. Many people are deficient in zinc, and it works in tandem with vitamin D and magnesium. If you're low in magnesium or zinc, vitamin D may not function effectively, so you need all three nutrients to avoid in excess. Conversely, two nutrients can become toxic if overconsumed. Calcium. As we age, excess calcium can accumulate in soft tissues, increasing the risk of heart disease. Magnesium regulates calcium, so insufficient magnesium heightens this risk. Iron. Too much iron is even more dangerous, as the body struggles to eliminate it. We excrete only 0.5–1 mg daily, yet the recommended daily allowance is 8 mg for men, and 18 mg for women of childbearing age. Excess iron can rust your organs, so avoid iron supplements and check food labels to prevent overload, especially if you have a genetic condition causing iron accumulation. Mistake number 7. Avoiding salt. Don't shy away from salt, but choose sea salt over table salt. Sea salt contains 84 minerals and is far healthier. If someone is salt sensitive, they're likely deficient in potassium, as sodium and potassium work together. Low salt levels can elevate cortisol, disrupt sleep, and increase stress. Aim for 4,700 milligrams of potassium daily to support nerve and muscle function and energy production. Mistake number 8. Poor diet choices for menopause. For women going through menopause, ensure you're consuming enough cholesterol-rich foods. Hormones like testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen decline with age, and all are made from cholesterol. Reducing cholesterol intake or taking cholesterol-lowering medications can worsen hormone imbalances. Cholesterol is also essential for brain health, bile production, and fat digestion. Good sources include butter, eggs, dairy, and shellfish. Mistake number 9. Ignoring blood sugar logic. Consider this: diabetes is defined by excess sugar in the blood. Doesn't it make sense to reduce sugar and carbohydrate intake? Yet, conventional advice often focuses on managing low blood sugar caused by medications, rather than addressing the root issue. Cutting carbs and starches like modified food starch or wheat flour is a more logical approach. Mistake number 10. Neglecting protein. Of the 3 macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, protein is the most critical for health. Your body, including muscles, connective tissues, and immune system, relies heavily on protein. People will eat until their protein needs are met, which explains why low-protein junk foods like cereals, crackers, and cookies lead to overeating. Nutrient-dense, healing foods like grass-fed beef and lamb provide high-quality protein, trace minerals, and B vitamins. Organ meats, such as cod liver, are also excellent sources of concentrated nutrients. Mistake number 11. Frequent eating. The frequency of meals matters. Consuming 2,500 calories into meals daily is healthier than spreading them across 6. Frequent eating spikes insulin, which is a major driver of chronic conditions like diabetes, fatty liver, and high blood pressure. Reducing snacking and grazing, especially at night, and consolidating calories into fewer meals can lower insulin levels and support intermittent fasting benefits. Mistake number 12. Ignoring autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune diseases, where the immune system attacks the body, are increasingly common. Low vitamin D is a key factor, as microbes like viruses can suppress vitamin D receptors, rendering normal doses ineffective. Stressful events, such as losing a loved one or job, often precede autoimmune conditions. By suppressing the immune system via high cortisol levels, medications like prednisone, synthetic cortisol, further dampen immunity. To manage stress, prioritize exercise and create a calmer environment. Mistake number 13. Neglecting gut health. Your gut microbiome is essentially an organ with more microbial cells than human cells. It profoundly impacts your immune system, mood, cognition, digestion, cancer prevention, sleep, and more. Antibiotics can permanently alter your microbiome, as many microbes never recover. To support gut health, regularly consume fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt, and consider a high-quality probiotic. Final thoughts. I've covered a lot of critical information, especially for those over 50, but these principles apply at any age. Health doesn't happen by chance, it must be actively created. I've provided the key ingredients for building better health. For more guidance, check out my video on the best foods to eat for optimal health, linked here.